Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're gonna continue working on part 15 of this car dealership. Let's get started. So in the last video, we were able to add in the sunshade, and then now we're gonna continue working on this. First, let's go to Insert, Load Family, and go back to the main, and let's look for Site. Go to Parking, or let's go back to Accessory, and let's add this bollard. So here, let's go to level 1 and then type in CM, and we're just going to simply add the bollard right here. So we're going to add bollard right across here. So copy and then multiple, and let's just add it right here and then right there. So adding those details, at least we're going to add it here as well. There, and then I believe that's good enough. So let's look at it at 3D to see what we've done. So adding those bollards, it looks nice there. And then I'm just looking around to see what else can we do. I believe we're done with this. Let's just add in a logo stand here. So at least let's add it here in front. I'm gonna go to level 1 and then go back to architecture, click on that, model in place, and the generic model, and then we're just gonna simply add a signage. So extrusion, pick rectangle, and then change this up. So we're going to change this to metal again, just adding random metals. And then here we could just add a signage this big, click on finish, and then let's look at it at 3D. And then in terms of the logo, we're going to change that later on. So here it's not visible. Let's make this one 600 in height. And then I made a mistake. Instead of that, I want it here instead. And then we're going to pull this one on top. So I'm just gonna leave it like that. I believe we could just put this one later on. Once we're in Twinmotion, we're going to basically add the same signage as we are there, and then we could check how tall it is in front. Let's put this one right about here so that we could just see it in front of the signage. And then go to south elevation. I'll see this one. I made a mistake on that. I'm just gonna undo so that it doesn't remove the south elevation, and we're still going to be able to see it because I just want to see it in front. I believe the signage should be right here. It's not showing, but that's fine. We could just assume the height like that. Let's just pull it down a little bit, and then I'm good with that. If we go to south elevation, we can see how this one looks like. So now that we're done with this one, what we could do now is create a view. So let's go to view, or let's just add a camera view for now, and then we're going to create our sheet. So here we could just add this, and then we can have our signage in front, make it fine, retraced. So I just put it in realistic, and that looks really nice. And then obviously we're going to add background, some trees at the side here. So I'm happy with this shot. um, what we could do is we could also render this. So if you want to render it, you just need to go to view, click on render, and let's just create a draft. This is the different settings that you can create. Obviously the best will be, it will take so much time. If we're gonna do draft, we're gonna see how the draft looks like. It's just small pixelated, but it's still good enough to view. So it will trigger like that. You can save it to the project, so it will have a rendering right here once I press OK, and there your project is. And then you can export this as well. I'm gonna export this to my file, and then after that we're gonna create our sheets. So let's go back to level 1 for now, and then here we need to start adding sheets. So right here on sheets, right click, new sheet. You can load more if you want. So here you can load different sizes. We have a title block here, and then you can select one of the sizes right here. So it's up to you to choose which one do you want, but we already have A0, so I'm gonna just stick with that. So click on OK, and then now we have a sheet right here. It will start with A0101, and then you could change that, and then basically Revit will recognize if you change this to 100, the next one is 101, so on and so forth. It will be consistent on that. So I'm just gonna leave it like that, and then I'm gonna keep on clicking here, right click, new sheet. Let's create at least 4 or 5 new sheets. And then after that, you can double click here if you want and change it from here. So here we could just change this to VR cover sheet. And then here, if you double click and click again with a gap, you can change it from here, and then we'll be able to put first floor. And then we also have second floor. And then we have elevation. And then obviously we have another elevation. So we need to just create another sheet. So right click on that, and then another elevation. So press OK. And then here, what we could do is we could add in our rendering. So let's go to cover sheet. Let's close inactive, and let's just start with this, and then we have a rendering right here. In terms of here, once we add the rendering, um, let's see if we'll be able to change this, which we can by double clicking on that. Because this is a rendering, we'll be able to maximize this, the height and the size of the image. um, Cover, we could just do the rendering like that and then click around here, so you'll be able to change that. Select that image again, select this image, and then here go down, no title, so that we don't have the title there anymore. And then obviously this is just a draft, and we're gonna change the materials and Twinmotion. And then you could use your arrow key to change it around. And then we need to create our schedule, our sheet list. So go to schedule, right click on that, and then new sheet list. And then let's go down here. We need to add the number first, and then we need to add the sheet name. And then after that, press OK. It will create. Go back here, go to drop down here, click the plus button, and then we need to just add this one right here. And then obviously press escape. You can make it bigger if you want to by resizing those. So drawing list we have right there, so we're good with the drawing list. And then after that, go to first floor. If we add, it's basically drag and drop level 1 right here. We could also actually create a site plan first. So here, instead of first floor, because knowing that we have a site plan, we have a site created, we could add another sheet for site plan. And then here, what we could do is we could put the site plan right here. Usually site plan should be in the front, but what if we could put this one to 7? This one should be, so let's put this one first to 100, and then let's just change it all up. So I'm just going to move the numbering so that we could accommodate the site plan. 2, then here we have 3, 4, sorry. Three, and then we have 2 here, 102. And then let's add the site. So basically we have this one right here. I know it's too big for now, so we need to go back to site. So the site is always going to be default. It's always going to be the overall, so you don't need to worry about that. Here we need to change it to 1:50, so it's a lot smaller. And then here we need to check all of this first, and then here we need to select this and then move this one going there, so that to size it, in order to size it properly. And then you can uncheck that, or you could just leave it like that. Doesn't matter, it will still work. Here I believe we need to make this one 1:200 instead, so that it will fit. And then let's see, it's still a lot big, so let's create our own custom. So there's no 250. Click on custom, put the ratio to 50, display the name as well. So 250, now it's a lot manageable. We just need to go back to site and then check this and then move this one right about there and then right there. If you don't want your elevation tag, you need to type in VG, and then here under model elevation, you need to uncheck that, or annotation categories, elevation, go to E, type on E, elevation, uncheck that. And then there you go. It's a lot cleaner now. And then we just need to put this one right here in the middle or in the corner or whatever. You can put it right here in the middle. And then we need to just fix this one. Press escape, select this one, and then move it by itself. Select this one again so that this one will need to be changed. I want to put site plan. I don't want to change this name, but I just want to change this one. So site plan, and then press apply. Select here, click apply, and then there we go. Site plan, select this one again, the view, and then to change this one. Now we're done with site plan, knowing that we need to change it to 1:50, but obviously it's a lot smaller because this is with the site plan. So go to first floor. Before we drop down level 1, what we need to do is change this to 1:200, and then check all of this, and then grab this one or grab this one and then move this one close enough to those. And then in order for this one to be removed, we could just do remove floor. Let's remove the floor, or you could just hide it by itself. If we remove the floor, it doesn't look good. So now maybe this one, just select this one and this side. So just removing the floor, right click, let's just hide it, hide element. So now only the floors right here will be shown, or the floor plan only. And then this one still be showing. So those are a couple of ways to clean up your drawings. And then after that, let's drop it there. So here, select that, drag and drop. As you can see, 1:200 is more than enough, so I'm gonna be happy with that. Same thing, I don't want to change the name right here, but I just want it to be changed on the drawing. So you just need to select that one. Here, title on the sheet, first floor. Click here first before clicking apply, or else it will disappear. Select the view again and then change this. You can slide the title line there. And then let's go back to level 2. And then here, same thing. Change it to 1:200. Check all of this. Move this one all the way there to fix it up. It's up to you to uncheck this if you want. If you don't uncheck that, that's fine as well. It's not going to be shown. Even though there's a view here, it's not going to be shown on the PDF. So now let's go back to second floor, and then drag and drop that. Select it in the middle, and then here select this, and then change it again. Here, second floor. I always forget about this. Select it here first before applying. It's always, once you apply it again, it's gonna disappear. So that's the issue with that. So this one's good. We have open below, and then we have some stuff right here. We could just quickly go here and then just put this one right here so that everything looks proper. And then now elevation, let's check the east elevation first, how big it is. So as you can see, it's really big. Don't put it yet. Let's go back here and put it to 1:200, and then go back to elevation, and then try and adding it first. And as you can see, this is good enough size, but we need to resize this as well. So we need to view the only things that we want to show. So here what we could do is uncheck all of this under properties. So check all of this, extend, crop view, crop region visible, annotation crop, click apply. And then now the box will be able to drag all of this to fix it there. But this one looks boring, so we could change this to fine, and then change it to shaded or whatever you want. You can also put it in hidden line and then go to graphic display. Once you're in graphic display, what you can do is change this one to gradient, and then it will look nice. And then maybe you could just put shade right there so it looks nicer. So before I put all the elevation, I'm going to go to each and every one of them, change their scale, and then crop them properly, size them so that other views are not needed. You can just remove that. Change this to fine, shaded, graphic display option, click here in the background, and then gradient. There we go. That's done. So it's easier for us to just drag and drop everything. Make sure you're saving it. Click on all of them. And then change this to fine, shaded, and then go back so that we have a background of gradient, and there you go. So that our background or a view there is not boring, plus at least you'll be able to showcase those. I'm always like leaving the signage there. That's fine. It's part of the building, so I am usually just putting it right there. And then now we're ready to go back to the sheet and then start dragging and drop. There we go. Click here. We need south elevation, and then we need west elevation. And then everything is already fixed, so I'm happy with that. So now make sure to save it. You can click on print and then select your printer, and then here what you need to do is select selected views, and you always want to go back here to combine multiple, so that everything is merged in one package, unless you want to unless you want it to be printed individually as PDF. So here I'm just selecting that. Select again here, uncheck this view, and then check all for all of this. If you want to save this preset, save as, you can put full set. So it's a good idea to create those, because sometimes if you have permit, you have addendums, tenders, and you only want to select, for example, site plan and elevation and the changes you made, you could set those ones so that you could instantly print it automatically without unchecking or checking everything again. So here, that's a good way of saving that. So now every time I want to print a full set, I just need to go down here and select full set, and then everything is done for me. And then here I just need to click on OK and then print it. And then once it's ready, it will look like this. So this is the rendering that we did using draft. It's very simple and easy. And then we have our sheet list right here. Even when if this one occur, you can actually just I'm gonna show you guys in Revit later on, so that it will fix the sequencing. And then let's go here. We have our site plan right here. We have first floor, second floor, and then we have our elevation. And then before we finish, let's check out how to fix that schedule. So here, we're here on the site plan. We need to fix this one. So I believe it's in the field sorting, and then sheet number. And then now this one is fixed. And then also, before we finish, let's go to our, I believe, manage, and then starting view. I always want my starting view to be the 3D view that we created. So press OK. What I'm saying is this one. That will be always our starting. So every time I open this, it will look like that. So this one. So thank you for watching, and hope you liked the video. Please hit like and subscribe. Feel free to comment down below.